it's Rory here, and I'm here to talk to you today about the new thing that's out on ITV, which is the new TV show You're Back in the Room, with Phillip Schofield presenting, and the hypnotist is Keith Barry, a guy from Ireland, a really good hypnotist. And basically, I've been reading lots of stuff online, on social media and in the news. There's a lot of varied opinions about the show and about the hypnosis that they're using specifically. So I just thought I'd do a quick video from my perspective, because obviously if you know me, you know that I do hypnotherapy. I'm a hypnotherapy trainer. I'm also a stage and street hypnotist, and I train people to do that as well. So I come from both sides of the fence when it comes down to this. So it's probably a good idea for you guys to hear the opinion of someone like me, or maybe not, you know. So I watched the show this morning, recorded it from last night because I was on the way back from a hypnosis seminar in Leeds, and watched it today. I just wanted to get a rough idea of what was going on, how they would present it, and whether it was funny, you know, because that's the main thing with like a hypnosis show. It kind of has to be funny, and my intention was to sit down and watch the show for 5 or 10 minutes, get a rough idea, turn it off. An hour later, I finished watching the entire show because I was hooked, and it was really good. It was really funny. Yeah, some hypnotists would say it's all been done before, and it probably has, but the amount of people, like your average Joe, who has seen that, you know, is going to be relatively low, a really low percentage. So for a lot of people, this is new, groundbreaking stuff that they've never seen before. So I personally think it's brilliant. I really do. I really enjoyed it. I've got it on the planner to record every time it's on because it's really good. With regards to the comments that have been coming up and the news that people have been coming up with, it varies. There's been really good praise and review, and there's been really terrible things like ITV shouldn't be doing this, they should completely throw it out, it's just old and dated, but I don't see that. So I've got a couple of points that I made that struck me from all of the news and the Twitters and, you know, all that kind of thing. Some people have been saying that this kind of hypnosis is really different to hypnotherapy, but it's not. It's the same hypnosis. I mean, the things that the guy is doing, the things that the guy is getting his participants to do, yeah, they're kind of different. The hypnosis itself is exactly the same. And, you know, a lot of hypnotherapists say, well no, it's not. He's saying sleep, and they're just going straight into hypnosis. They must be faking it. Because a lot of hypnotherapists don't have the training that stage and street hypnotists have to induce hypnosis rapidly. I personally do rapid hypnosis, the same as Keith Barry, and you go up to people, you say sleep. It's not quite as simple as that. There's some preconditioning, pre-programming before that happens, but it's all legitimate, and they're definitely not faking it, from what I can tell from, obviously, this side of the TV. So, at the end of the day, it's the same hypnosis. It's the same mental state that they're going into. They're just getting to it in a different way. So where a hypnotherapist would sit them down for 10, 20 minutes, I don't know, however long a hypnotherapist takes to do their thing, you know, they're still taking them down into that state where the conscious mind, the part of your mind that consciously thinks about stuff, you think, wow, I need to go to the toilet. You know, that's your conscious mind. That takes a back seat when you're getting hypnotized. And the subconscious, the part of your mind that makes your heart beat, you know, that makes your food digest, that does all of these things that you don't need to think about, but you need to do. That's what your subconscious mind does. And that's the part of the mind you access with hypnosis. Whether it's really fast, instant hypnosis like on the show where he says sleep, or whether it's the hypnotherapy stuff where you just lay down on a sofa and you are told to relax and focus on your breathing and that kind of stuff. So they're exactly the same thing. Why does the sleep thing, why does that work? That's another thing that has been coming up. And basically it's a case of the guys pre-set up. He showed you right at the start of the show, they were all backstage, he was talking to them with their eyes closed. So at that point he was preconditioning them, and I imagine he gave them a command that whenever he said the word sleep, or he said it in a certain way, they would instantly go back into that state of hypnosis, probably even deeper. And obviously you saw every time he put them in, he would do something like sleep. So he'd be throwing sleep at them, you know, metaphorically. So that's something he could have programmed in beforehand. It's their expectation. Their expectation with a hypnotist is, a lot of people have seen hypnosis before. They've seen like Paul McKenna, they've seen me, they've seen all the guys on YouTube doing the really, really fast hypnosis, and they always say sleep. It's not sleep, but it's something that goes hand in hand with hypnosis. So when they hear that word sleep, they're already expecting that to happen. They're expecting the response that they get, which is head slumped down, relax, just like that. So it is a case of preconditioning, it's a case of expectation, and it is a case of compliance as well, because hypnotists love to get compliance from people. I do, Keith does, I'm sure many other hypnotists, if not all of them, do. Some other people have been saying about the choice of the subjects on the show, the difference between being easy to hypnotize and being suggestible. These two things are completely different. You know, just because you're easy to hypnotize doesn't mean you're suggestible at the same time. If it goes together, like, I mean, if someone's really suggestible, generally they will be ready to hypnotize. But someone who is easy to hypnotize, probably, you know, it's not 100% chance that they're going to be suggestible or highly suggestible, because suggestibility is more of a gradient. You're not hypnotizable or not hypnotizable. You're either really non-suggestible. You don't take on suggestions that well, and it goes all the way up in a line like this to highly suggestible. The guys that Keith picked to be on the show are these guys up here, the really highly suggestible ones. So, you know, that's why they're reacting like that. That's why all of these fun things are happening, because they're just going along with all the suggestions because it seems like a good idea to them at the time, because they're highly suggestible. And there is a natural amount of these people just everywhere in the world. Stage hypnotists, there's been a figure bandied around that it's about 20% of people are highly suggestible, or somnambulist, which is a Latin term. It means sleepwalkers. You know, so people who sleepwalk are more prone to being suggestible hypnotic subjects. So obviously they've had to do auditions to get these subjects, because, you know, they don't want to just invite anyone up from the audience on stage. They might be terrible subjects. They might not react to anything. These guys don't want any of the people at this level. They don't want the people at this level. They want the people right up here, yeah? These are the people that are going to make the show super awesome. And they're going to make everyone want to watch it. As I told you earlier, I didn't particularly want to watch the whole thing. I did, because these guys were bloody brilliant. They were really good. There's been some stuff saying, people saying that, oh, but maybe they're just acting because they want to be on TV. And I've seen that woman on a TV show before. She's like an actress. She wants to break into the TV industry. Well, that might be the case. I mean, generally people who apply to go on TV want to be on TV. That kind of makes sense, you know. They're not just people just sitting on their sofa automatically think, wow, I'm just going to go and apply for a TV show. You kind of have to want to be on TV. But that wanting to be on the show doesn't make them a good subject. So that's why they had the audition process where tons and tons of people went, and tons of them were at this level, like all in between these levels. But the ones that came on, and probably some people that were turned away as well, were at this level, the highest level of suggestibility. So those are the people that were chosen. And even though all these other people wanted to come on the show, you know, they just weren't suggestible enough. And that's why they were turned away, in my opinion. Someone I saw on Twitter commented, my conclusion is that they're looking for people who purposefully carry on for the camera because it will make great TV. And yeah, that's pretty much right. But carry on? I don't think so. These people are naturally suggestible, naturally super highly suggestible subjects. And that's why this guy, the one who made that comment on Twitter, he wasn't chosen, because he probably wasn't at that level. He was probably down here somewhere. He wasn't quite as receptive. Yeah, maybe you can hypnotize him. Maybe he'll go along with some really basic stuff. But, you know, will he believe that when he inhales a balloon, he's speaking with a helium voice, or will he believe that he's completely naked on the stage? Probably not, because that's quite a high-level phenomena. So, you know, that's why they chose those people. People have been saying that you should be really wary of stage hypnotists and people that do this kind of hypnosis. And the people that are saying this are hypnotherapists, generally. I mean, there are some people who are not hypnotherapists saying it, but it is something that hypnotherapists have very, very often said throughout the whole, since hypnotherapy and since stage hypnotists have been going, the hypnotherapists have pretty much generally not like stage hypnotists because they believe it's kind of a sideshow trick, or it's not giving the best image for hypnotherapists. You know, they want to be serious, they want to be medical. It's not particularly medical, but they want to be seen as a legitimate business for, you know, helping people, which is completely understandable, but it's not taking away the fact that the stage hypnosis and the street hypnosis, it's still hypnosis, and it's still a really good advertisement for hypnosis. So if someone goes to see a stage show, they might think, wow, this hypnosis stuff is real. Wow, I wonder if they can help me stop smoking. And generally, most stage hypnotists that I know do hypnotherapy as well, because they know that this stuff is really powerful. It really does work for a great deal of people. So why would they not do hypnotherapy and stage hypnosis, sorry. Whereas hypnotherapists can be a little different, and they only come up, they only are learning hypnotherapy. They don't really have any interest in doing the stage stuff because maybe that's not their personality. They don't want to be up on stage. They don't want to be entertaining. They just want to help people, and that's absolutely fine. But I don't think there's any reason that they should be poo-pooing the stage hypnosis and saying things, well, that they're obviously faking it. You know, it's not real. But why would you say that if you're a hypnotist yourself, even if you're a hypnotherapist? I mean, that just, alarm bells are ringing in my head from a business perspective. You know, if I'm a hypnotherapist, someone comes to see me and says, oh, I saw that hypnosis show on Saturday, on the Saturday night TV, it was brilliant. Can you do that to me to help me stop smoking? And if you're a hypnotherapist, my reaction would be, yes, I can do that to help you stop smoking. But a lot of hypnotherapists will say no, because that's completely different to what I do. Well, that guy's just come to see you to stop smoking like that. He wants you to do that to him. That's his expectation. If you automatically say, your expectation is wrong, that's all a load of shit, what do you think is going to happen? It's not going to work for him, most of the time. So, you know, it really doesn't make sense to me. A guy, a hypnotherapist, quoted in the Daily Mail, said, he quoted that they were not under Barry's control, but playing along willingly. And when it comes down to it, I mean, you always know what you're doing when you're hypnotized. I mean, so yeah, they kind of are going along with it willingly. They signed up for a TV show, you know, so they kind of know what they're doing. They are going along with it willingly, but that doesn't mean that they're not hypnotized, because I believe they most certainly were. So, you know, whether someone believes they're just playing along or whatever, it's irrelevant, because they were in a state of hypnosis. And to say otherwise, especially as a hypnotherapist, is just mind-boggling. I believe the chief executive of the NHS, not the NHS that you know, the National Hypnotherapy Society, said something like, it's completely wrong to say you can make people do something that they don't want to do. And again, I'll take you back to the point before. These people signed up to be on this TV show. They knew what they were expecting. You wouldn't, as a stage hypnotist, as a street hypnotist, you wouldn't go up to people on the street and just make people go to sleep and make them do the stuff, you know, without even telling them, without even them expecting it. Because it's just not right. It's not common sense. It's not moral. You need to be morally right as a hypnotist. You don't want to hurt people. You don't want to harm people mentally. And you just have to make sure that everything is all planned and all set out, and everyone who is participating is completely happy to be involved in that, and that you strive to do everything properly and take the utmost care of everyone involved. So, you know, saying that, you know, it's completely wrong to say you can make people do anything they don't want to do, it is, because, you know, you're not going to do that. You're not going to make people do something they don't want to do. If they don't want to do it, they wouldn't be doing it. And if you force people, then you shouldn't be a hypnotist. It's wrong. Go and be a salesman or something. The principal of the National College of Hypnosis and Psychotherapy said, and this is a good one, he wants a call to arms for hypnotherapists against this show. He believes this show is an abomination. Now that's a little strong. He went on to say that he believes that they were just role-playing. Again, it's all the same kind of stuff from the hardcore hypnotherapy crowd. You know, they were faking it because I never make people do stuff like that. I just help fix their smoking, fix their weight loss, and fix phobias. And yeah, I don't know how to get them to do that. Maybe they could be jealous. I don't know. But a call to arms, abomination. That is just mind-boggling. Something else that guy said was programs like this give a false idea of what hypnosis is. Really? I mean, you know, people that sat there in a chair like that, that's what hypnosis is. They're in a state of focus. They're in a state of relaxation sometimes. Hypnosis is not just relaxation, as you saw on the show. You've got people running around on the stage. You know, they're probably not relaxed at that point. But hypnosis can be relaxation. But what it mainly is focus. They are focused on the suggestion that the hypnotist gave them, pretty much to the exclusion of everything else. And again, if the suggestion that Keith gave these guys was something they morally objected to, then they probably wouldn't have done it. They would have either just sat there doing nothing or woke themselves up, because that's something you can do when you're hypnotized. But generally, if everything feels good and, you know, he's not making you do anything that you don't want to do morally, then you'll just go along with it because it just feels really nice. And ask anyone who's been hypnotized and they'll pretty much tell you that same thing, that hypnosis does feel absolutely great. It's a completely natural, normal feeling, but it's just a little odd, but it feels really, really good. The last thing that the principal of the National College of Hypnosis and Psychotherapy said was, remember, there are no stage surgeons, and there's a good reason for that. I don't know about you, but I've seen embarrassing bodies on the TV, and I would say that those guys are stage surgeons. So, you know, everything is open for entertainment, whether it's hypnosis, whether it's the medical industry. You know, how many medical shows are there on TV? There are always going to be subsets of everything that's going to be used to entertainment. So, stop blowing that trumpet. It's unnecessary. In conclusion, actually before I conclude that, I would like to just demo something with you. I've got someone just coming in called Sarah. If you've seen my DVDs, then here she comes. If you've seen my DVDs, then you'll see you've seen her before. If you've been to the courses with me before, then you will have seen her too. Basically, it's going back to that thing where people said, "Wow, it's completely not real," or "It's all set up and all staged," and you know, yeah, all of that. So, have you been hypnotized today?
No.
Have you? How long since you? Because you've been hypnotized before.
Yeah.
And you're a pretty good subject, right? Just naturally. How long since you've been hypnotized?
A week ago.
A week ago. And that wasn't by me, was it? That was someone else.
No.
And that's completely 100% honest. Swear on your whole family's life and my life and everything. Yeah, brilliant. You know, no, you just got to make sure we haven't set anything up. I'm just doing a spur of the moment. And just to demonstrate that you can put people into hypnosis instantly. You can get them doing fun stuff with a matter of minutes. Obviously, I'm not going to get her, you know, doing all the crazy stuff, putting her face in cakes and that sort of thing that they were doing on the show last night. But it's just to show you that it can be done. It can be done fast, and it is completely real, and it's completely natural, completely normal. It feels really good. So, you okay with that?
Yeah.
We're not going to do very much at all. So, what I'd like you to do is it's a really quick induction. An induction is the way that you put someone into hypnosis. It's completely different to the way the hypnotherapists do it. Have you got any injuries anywhere? No? You're feeling good?
Yep.
So I can use this hand, yeah? Go grab that. So if you just loosen that off, nice and limp, nice and relaxed, right. Focus on my finger, okay? Focus on my finger, keep focusing, close your eyes, sleep, relax, all the way down, deeper, that's right. All the way down, all the way deep, oh, that's really, really good. And I'm going to count from 1 to 3 and you'll be wide awake and back in the room. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, wide awake, feeling really good. See, it's as simple as that. But then so you can instantly, once you've done it once, you can put someone back into a state of hypnosis by going, sleep, relax, all the way down. That's right. Deeper and deeper. And that's just, you know, it's simple. Once you've done it once, you can do it. A hypnotherapist can do this once he's put someone into a trance. By talking to them for 20 minutes, he can wake them up and say, sleep and relax even more, and they will just do that. Generally, if you have the right intention and the right confidence, Right, expectation. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this arm, I'm going to stick this arm out. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to imagine that arm is completely locked, completely solid, like there's an iron bar right here, through here to here, all the way, completely locked, completely stiff, completely solid. If I was to try and bend that arm, it can be completely locked, completely stiff, completely solid, completely locked, completely stiff, completely solid. And now I'd like you to imagine that arm is completely immovable. I'd like you to wake up and take a look at that hand and try and bend your arm. Wake up now, try and bend it. The more you look at it, the more you try and bend it, the more it just locks completely. And then once you've got them doing something like this, you've got them. They're on the hook pretty much. So I could just take this arm, it's just completely locked, completely stiff, completely solid. And that's absolutely amazing. And can you move your arms at all? It's really funny, isn't it? And actually, like, the more that you try and bend them, the funnier it gets. And the more you laugh, the funnier it gets. That's ridiculous. It's really, really funny, isn't it? It's really getting funnier and funnier. You just can't control that laughter. With every click, it's just getting funnier and funnier and funnier and funnier. And it's absolutely amazing. You can sleep, relax, 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 relax all the arms, relax all the muscles. Just let it all go. That's right. How long did that all take? It wasn't 20 minutes. Okay? So I'm just going to leave Sarah here for a moment. She's in a nice relaxed state. If you need to move to relax anymore, then that's absolutely fine. Just to let you guys know, I'm in complete support of the show. Your Back in the Room is a really good effort. Phillip Schofield, you're dealing with a lot of fun stuff. And Keith Barry, keep up the good work. Really, really good. So I'll be tuning in. And if you want to learn how to do this stuff, you can. I teach people how to do this. I teach people how to do instant and rapid hypnosis inductions, like that. Really, really fast stuff. I teach people how to do hypnotherapy. Those 2 books are available on my website. I've got 2 DVDs, How to Hypnotize Fast and How to Be a Comedy Hypnotist. You can learn to be like me, like Keith Barry. You can learn to do super fast inductions like this. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, wide awake. Press on my hand, really fast. Sleep, sleep, relax, relax, all the way. Deeper, 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 deeper. Go on my website, www.rory-z.com, and you can find all that stuff there. You can come along to a course, training with me in person. And if you want to share this, if you want to make the people of your Back in the Room aware of this, give it the hashtag YBITR, You're Back in the Room. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, wide awake, feeling really good.